It had been a day of interesting things. Katie learned that carrots are actually the roots of a plant. Orbie found out that forks always go on the left side when you set the table. And they both discovered that sometimes short glasses hold as much as tall ones. As Katie dumped out a puzzle onto the coffee table, she overheard Dad tell someone on the phone that he was running out of patience with the delays. At the time, she thought it was just business talk and didn't pay too much attention. She was sorting out the edge pieces of her puzzle when Orbie came down the stairs. He burbled that he wanted to play tag. Katie said that she was in a puzzle kind of mood. Just then, Mom came in and flopped down on the couch. Orbie hurried over to her. He tooted that maybe he and Mom could play tag. Mom smiled a worn-out smile and told Orbie that she had run out of energy as far as playing tag with him went. She just wanted to lie on the couch for a moment. Later, when Katie and Orbie were carpet bowling, Mom rushed in with her purse and told them that she was running out of groceries and the time to get them. Katie looked up. Boy, she thought to herself, you sure can run out of a lot of things. That afternoon, as Katie and Orbie were scarf dancing in their room, it suddenly hit Katie that if you could run out of patience and energy, time and groceries, maybe you could run out of love, too. That thought was like a chilly finger on her spine. She whispered in Orbie's ear that she was afraid that one day Mom and Dad might run out of love for them. Orbie he giggled because it seemed so silly, but then he saw the serious look on Katie's face. She told him what she heard that day. If Mom and Dad could run out of so many other things, maybe love was next. Orbie's mouth dropped open. That would be the very worst thing in the world. He could hardly believe it. But he could tell by Katie's grave nod that it was possible. By now, of course, Orbie was worried about it, too. Orbie burbled that they had to stop the love from running out. They gave up the scarf dancing completely and climbed up on Katie's bed. Katie wondered, although to tell you the truth, she really didn't know if maybe love ran out when you used it up, like groceries. Orbie couldn't help but think how clever his best friend was. So then and there it was decided that they would be as good as gold. They would not use up any extra love. The two friends wouldn't let Mom or Dad do anything special for them and would only bother them if they were needed for health or safety reasons. When Mom asked if Orbie wanted Orbits for dinner, he shook his head and hurried out of the room. Later, when Katie sauntered into the kitchen to do some art, Dad said that he'd clear the table off to make a place for her. Katie quickly told Dad she didn't need the kitchen table. She could do her artwork in her room. When Dad turned to say that he'd enjoy her company, there was nobody there. Mom found Dad in the kitchen and told him that something was up. Dad said he thought so, too. And with that, they went to the stairs and called the two friends. As the two friends came down the stairs, Dad asked if perhaps today was a good day for a family council meeting. Katie and Orbie looked at each other. They shook their heads. Katie told Mom and Dad that they were just going to play quietly in their bedroom until supper time. As they turned to run up the stairs so that they wouldn't use up an ounce more of love, Dad called their names. They both stopped at the very same moment. Dad asked them very nicely to come to the couch. Katie and Orbie whipped down the stairs and were sitting on the couch before Dad had even finished his sentence. Mom asked what was wrong so warmly that Katie and Orbie could just hear all the love being used up in her voice. They looked at each other glumly. What were they going to do? Mom and Dad waited. It was hard for Katie and Orbie to find a way to say their fears. Mom got down in front of the two friends and put a hand on each lap. She told them that there wasn't a thing in the world, good or bad, that they couldn't tell her or Dad. Nothing. a tiny tear was creeping out of the corner of Katie's eye. She blurted out that she had heard them say that they were running out of all kinds of things like patience and energy and time, and she and Orbie were afraid that Mom and Dad would run right out of love for them. Now, I have to say that this was such unexpected news. Mom and Dad literally stared from one to the other for a second. And then they grabbed up the friends in a huge group hug. Dad spoke softly. Running out of love would never be a problem, he said. There was an amazing secret that they should know about love. Katie and Orbie listened, eyes wide open. Dad sat on the floor and explained that the more you loved, the more room you had inside to grow new love. Katie looked at Orbie. You could never love too many people because inside of you, as you gave it away, more love would grow. The friends were strangely silent for a moment. And then they jumped up and down, relieved at the good news. That evening, Katie and Orbie decided to give out a whole bunch of love so they could grow more love, too. And they hugged Mom and Dad and Chance. And then with Mom's help, they called all their friends and told them the love secret. Well, their friends thought it was a great secret to know. And at the end of the calls, both Katie and Orbie said, "I really love you," to be sure that they were giving lots away. And soon they headed upstairs to bed. After hugs and goodnight kisses, the two friends drifted off to sleep. As they slept, inside they could feel more love growing already. The secret was true. And if you remember the love secret and give lots of love away, a whole lot of love will come back to you. And oh, one last thing. Katie and Orbie asked me to tell you that they really love you too.